Okay, let's take a look at these Valks. So want to focus mostly on the Valk usage, maybe your positioning and cooldown usage as well. Let's get a little bit of context for this one. You have Sugma, Clapped, and Fisted on your team. Interesting.
My ultimate is ready.
Okay. Probably Valk pretty quickly here. You are down one here. So I think this Valk is all right. I think I'm going to be honest with you. I think this Valk is risky because you are down one. But I think basically the way that you can look at this Valkyrie is that I am basically going to pretty much guarantee be able to keep my guys alive a lot better and myself alive a lot better. So worst case scenario, this Valk guarantees that the enemy team is going to use at least one more ultimate. Maybe not, but I feel like it is. No. Honestly, yeah, okay, we'll take it. I would go for the res. I'd go for the res. Yes, 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 yes. So you're just a little slow in the res. And then honestly, I think I probably would have slingshotted through the juice, you know what I'm saying, to get to this side over here. Because I think a soldier, this team, I mean, I would have taken the disruptor shot, even just for a second. I think you would have had a better chance of surviving. And obviously, it's just the free flight is a little bit tricky. But I think this is I think that was a very reasonable Valk. Like it was a tempo Valk mid fight. You created an opportunity for your team to maybe win this one. You did force an ultimate out with it with the Doomfist ultimate. I think that's a fine Valk. I think it's a fine Valk. You got to look at that fight and be like, okay, it's probably lost if I don't use it. We did lose it, but I was able to trade an ultimate in response. I think that's kind of like what you're looking for. Is if even if you lose the fight with Valk, did it force some sort of ultimate in response? And I think that's the key thing. Okay. I actually popped Valk later at 5'10", but I was wondering if popping it for the 4v4 was a good idea. Well, generally, yes. I can pretty much guarantee you that popping it for the 4v4 was good. Well, let's see here. Yeah, like right now, Valk is huge. Yeah, use it. Use it. I would have popped it earlier, to be honest with you. Like, this fight is not won, right? You're down one, you're up one, or it's even, right? I would pop it. I would have popped it way, way, way earlier here. You could have popped that Valk even sooner, to be honest with you, before your Doomfist died. You might be able to keep him up. Yeah, see, I'm less of a fan of this Valk. Here's the thing with Valk. You need to make sure that combat's actually gonna happen or is actually happening. Like right now, think about this Valkyrie. Do you have any guarantee that your teammate's gonna like actually take an engagement right now? The answer is no. Kind of shooting a soldier right there, kind of poking and prodding. And it looks like we're about to fight now. Like right now is when we want to have Valk available, right? For soldier, for Reaper, whatever. But you see the problem now is now that your Doomfist is actually, now that your team is actually engaging, the Valk is now over. And you should just be starting your Valk right now. So I guess the key thing is the timing of the Valk. Using Valk in general, this fight is good. You needed to use Valk this fight, absolutely. But I would have waited until the fight was just about actually starting. People were actually fighting. It's not that it was a 4v4 that it was bad. It was that it was a very, like, I don't know how to put it. Like, there wasn't really anything happening. Just people kind of tickling at each other. Like, even when you're playing a poke comp here, right? Nobody's actually pushing here. They're not pushing you. You're not pushing them. So I don't Valk here, to be honest with you. I don't Valk here. I think this is not a good Valk. It's not a bad Valk, I would say. But I think there are better Valks here. So look for combat. Look for combat. That's your cue. And then pop it as quickly as you get the opportunity to once the combat actually starts. Yep. This is what we want. This is what we want. Combat, 4v4. The beam management here, maybe a little bit goofy, right? That beam doesn't get on the soldier till a little bit late. Then unfortunately your Brig kind of feeds. This res is good. Still winnable. Cover. A little bit slow in the cover there. I mean, you're still stalling this, right? Like this is still winnable now, right? Like look at this. This is all off of your Valk. I mean, so your movement there, you should have lived this, but you might actually win this fight. Yeah, that your Valk just won you that fight. That was good. That was good. Combat was happening, right? Combat was happening. Love to see it. Love to see it. Nicely done. Gotta turn my mic gain down a little bit here. Like I'm red barring a little bit. Sorry, this is kind of loud. 920. Okay, a little bit of context here. Wait for it. Gonna be soon. You don't have it yet, obviously, but a little bit of pingy. I like the awareness here. Yes, combat. Because you see the ability to ping pong between this and this and this whenever it's necessary. Really important. Plus, you don't have to worry about your own life right now. Very good. Catch that beam, though. There you go. Yeah, I mean, yeah, huge value. Like the fact that you didn't have to worry about your life and were able to pocket people aggressively, again, this fight has no business being winnable. Oh, no, Reaper! Oh, man. Maybe heal him during that. Yeah, that was a good Valk. That was a fine Valk. Good, very, very good Valk. I mean, that was somehow winnable, right? Like, it was miraculous. But, yeah, I think in terms of some of the details, like who you were beaming there, I think it could have been a little bit faster. But... yeah, I mean, that was good. It was a good Valk. I mean, again, fight was happening, so that's really all we're looking for here. Was the fight completely lost or completely won? No. Was it going? Yes. Then that's all you want. Yes, good Valk. Maybe not necessary to combo, but like if you think that they might use an ultimate in response, it might be okay. Here's what I will say about comboing Valk with another ultimate. Maybe good if they have an ultimate to use in response. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're gonna pop, like they could have visored you back. Maybe they had Kitsune Rush. They would have Kitsune Rush and run over. I think it's okay. And even though you're like, oh well, I didn't ult in response. I think it's okay. That's not a bad Valk. I'll put it this way. Maybe a little bit. Maybe we would have waited a little bit there just to pocket the soldiers and then see if they push back, then Valk. You know. But yeah. Okay. Let's last one here. That's unfortunate. I mean, this is last fight, so you're gonna have to Valk regardless, right? So this one ain't gonna be too deep. Yeah, and they are pushing you a little bit here. Yeah, see, your team is pushing. You see this? Maybe a little early with a Valk. Could have waited just a little bit longer. But yeah, I mean, this is good. I mean, this is last fight, right? So it's got to happen. Yeah, this is good. Look, it's helping you to move a little bit easier. Helps you to whip out your pistol and look flashy like that. Yeah, that was reasonable. So I would say most of these Valks are quite good because you're using them in the middle of combat and the fight was not won or lost. The ones that you're getting wrong are when sometimes you're popping Valk when there's not really actual combat happening just yet. And sometimes that can be really tricky. Like, let's say you're playing sniper mirrors. Valk can be okay to open within sniper mirrors, but even in a sniper mirror, I might wait for things to devolve just a little bit. Tanks to start trading pretty heavily, things to get a little sweaty before I pop a Valk. It is a little bit tricky, but I would guess the best way I can describe it is that it's tricky to get it, but once you get it, there's not a lot of nuance beyond that. So it's like once you master it, you're pretty much going to be set. All right, hope it makes sense, mate.